So this is one of the stupid things. So they just say to me, "You sound arrogant." No, I don't sound arrogant. I sound strained, distressed, traumatized, not, I wouldn't say desperate, but just astonished, I would say. Astonished that I'm having to beg America to honor its intelligence as it's being received and honor the events that have occurred that you're under oath to acknowledge in protection of the nation and the individual body. So because this is such a actual traumatizing situation with my life being under attack this way, I absolutely do struggle. Like, I'm very intentional with my words, because I'm describing most carefully what is occurring in my life. Like right now, Donald Trump is literally forcing himself on me in my private domain. The President of the United States, multiple times a day and night, sleeping or not sleeping, stalks me in my private domain. He's using technology on a level that the average person does not have the ability to. And if they have created the ability to infringe on someone in this degree, it's obviously indicative of a very extreme obsession to be inside someone's private domain and have their environment so amplified that you can hear their body and try to read their thoughts and their behavior. You're truly obsessed in a very unnatural and scary, sociopathic way. That's what an individual who uses themselves as a higher force to come around on the other end and terrorize somebody's mind, body, and spirit and soul and physical domain, you have a serious issue. We are not going to change the definitions of what it means to terrorize someone, to abuse someone domestically, not just to abuse their human rights, but to act as an agent, as a practitioner of assaulting their spiritual liberty, their physical liberty, their guarantee to exist in a protective state as the other individual is, and that you do not have the ability and the power to create a slave class or class warfare where there are a collection, a body of individuals that have been stripped of their humanity. That we're not doing that. And I don't even want to say that, because I don't want people to believe that they have to, even for that to cross their spirit. So that's me being very spiritually protective. But I also want to be very honest about what this is in terms of the abuse of power and the danger that is actively being a beacon, a spiritual beacon of authority that is active on a higher level that these individuals are practicing, which trickles down into the earthly spiritual realm, where individuals then want to use their positions. So it's creating a very dangerous paradigm, a very dangerous frequency that the highest officials of the United States of America is activating. And I am not speaking of the United States military, because they are not participating in on this attack on me. That it's seeming to be extremely honorable. I'm so pleased to say that, because it could be scary, but they are not under as a collective body, they are not under the influence. And we pray that they're being protected on all levels spiritually, so that they do not involve themselves in the satanic operations that are occurring. And if they identify any members of the military that has access to this technology, that's using it as a weapon to reach into someone's life and mind and body and spirit and assault them, that they are immediately dealt with according to the military courts and punished for their mutiny. So I wanted to say that, and that's really all, because I'm have been fasting today, and I'm going to break fasting in some form and have dinner, but I don't know what that is because I did not prepare. I do have quite a problem with procrastinating and not ordering my groceries because, quite honestly, depression does prevent me from being as productive as I would like to, and the depression is the constant oppression and constant assault in the unnatural reach that is enslaved my cognitive and mental. I mean, it sounds like I have mental clarity, and I do have mental clarity in that but my powers are being drained from me having to for my senses being constantly assaulted as they are. So that again is a energy vampiric technique, is to force yourself on someone constantly to drain their love, light, purpose, value. This is domestic violence. Donald Trump's still on me. I'm going to go ahead and close out now. I know that sounded abrupt, and I'm sorry, but I just got real super impatient with everything, and so that happens. But this is what you're hearing now is me in my private domain. I have not been this vocal in some time unless I'm recording, but in the past you can see why they're obsessed with stealing my light. But that is no excuse. I am valuable enough for them to erect this tower over my existence and amplify me to the universe and enslave my essence so that they have access to it at any point for their own unclean motives. That is to say that the United States of America has to come in on the other side and utilize itself in protection of my existence and act in harmony with what they know is required of them, and that is to acknowledge intelligence and to enact equal protection of the law and the legal system, and make an example out of the practice of organized witchcraft activities utilizing technology.